Tropical Depression Amang is moving on shore today in southeastern Luzon, already bringing heavy rainfall. Some areas signal force warning 1 has been issued as this moves towards the northwest out there across central Luzon, and eventually will weaken out heading into the latter half of the week. I'm meteorologist Robert Spett. It's currently the morning of the 12th of April 2023. Let's get into our forecast on this tropical depression. First off, not expected to become a tropical storm at this time, but we still have plenty of moisture, and that's the big issue with this. It's the rainfall that's coming in, that moisture wrapping in from the southeast out there, moving into the center of the storm, and comes on shore there around the Bicol region. And you see even a little bit more on the infrared satellite imagery, that convection looping around and really flaring up even in the last several frames. That's going to continue to move across Bicol out there towards central Luzon, and eventually increasing showers later on today into Thursday, around the Metro Manila area, and really overall the NCR. But the heaviest stuff, of course, is going to continue to stay along the East Coast. You can see the track, though, from Pagasa. Yesterday, if you watched my update from yesterday, thank you very much for watching these every day. I was talking about how I expected the track to lean more towards the west. Pagasa originally was expecting this almost to stay offshore. It looks like they are falling in line with that. More of a westward track on the southern periphery of that cone of air. Coming on shore there in Catanduanes, already moving actually across Catanduanes with that flow moving out there across the Bicol region, where I did expect the heaviest of the precipitation from this storm to be in and around the Legazpi area. So looks like that's exactly what's happening with the forecast track. Now, eventually, after this moves off towards the north, I do want to mention heading into the weekend, we're going to have a lingering front, just almost sticking around and being persistently annoying looking ahead. So that's something else I want to talk about here coming up in just a minute. But let's break down the forecast here. Once again, looking at that satellite picture, showing you over the last 12 hours that convection coming onshore. We already have reports of heavy rainfall. I haven't seen reports of flooding, but if you have any photos or anything like that of the storm, power outages, I have seen the reports of that on our social media, especially there in southeastern Luzon. Please share them with us. Truly appreciate it. Now, I'll get your photos in these updates as well, so we can share them out. Tell your story. Make sure people know that you're being impacted here. That's what we're all about. Keeping people safe and telling your stories. Even with a weaker tropical depression like this, they can definitely cause a bit of a punch. And also remember, those warnings that are going to be in place. Look at this, though. Really, the model almost drops off that LPA as we go ahead into Wednesday and Thursday. Let's loop this back and start this again, actually. This is through your Thursday morning, the center of the low passing over Metro Manila after bringing showers Wednesday night, and then eventually gets more towards the north, and wind shear and just dry air kind of interacts with it, and we start to see it really break down. Now, the big issue is that we have this passing front towards the north. You see it right here coming in out of Japan. Now, that's going to set up just like that. So heading into the weekend, dry much of the day, but this is going to continue to add up instability. So through the afternoon, you see right there, get kind of these thunderstorms that start to flare up. And I think that's going to be maybe not a shear line per se, but definitely a line of instability flaring up heading into Friday, Saturday, Sunday, maybe even towards Monday across central Luzon. Not, crazy downpours, but definitely could be problematic. Anyways, for now, let's talk more about now. Thursday's rain, across central Luzon, Manila, Subic Bay, San Fernando, off there towards the north. We're talking about Iligan. You're probably going to start to see the showers, but really the NCR. Thursday's your wet day, starting the Wednesday night throughout the day on Thursday. Could even see some localized urban flooding into the Metro Manila area. We all know what we're talking about, especially those poor drainage areas. When you start to see 50 to 100 millimeters of rain, really does start to cause some problems here. Let's take a closer look at our forecast model, though, and kind of get an idea of where this low pressure area is right there after pushing over Catanduanes here on your Tuesday night heading into Wednesday morning. Now, this is Wednesday night into Thursday morning, crossing across Bicol, eventually moving further here towards the west, starting to come on shore east of the NCR. So really much of central Luzon getting the heavy precipitation at this point throughout the day on Thursday. I don't think anybody's going to miss out on it. Now, I haven't really talked too much about the wind because the wind's not really the biggest threat. In fact, I'll just take a look at what Pagasa does say on the wind at this time here on a Thursday. And they say, severe winds, areas under signal force 1 may experience strong winds, breezy, associated with tropical depression. Minimal minor impacts. So the wind is minor, guys. So is storm surge, really, for that matter. Now, waves are a different story. It's not a great day go fishing out there along the Philippine Sea coastal areas, I'll tell you that. But I just want to stress that I haven't really been talking too much about the wind, really concentrating on the rain, because the rain is the bigger issue here, especially when you start talking about the mountains there. Even this is by Friday evening, that's when that front starts to set up. I think some of the mountains are really going to start to see some of that heavier precipitation across parts of region 1. And then you see even here on Saturday, there's another of that afternoon, the evening shower line that really just starts to kick in across the area, mainly into the afternoon, and get that line of instability. Good news, see where the precip is, though. Most of this stays north of Cebu. Most of it stays north of Mindanao. You've been plagued by heavy rainfall recently, so a lot of that stays towards the north, just drier, kind of wrapping in around the backside of this low. All right. Hey guys, if you watched all the way through, you find these updates useful. I say it in every update, and I know there's a bunch of you that already donate, and that's everybody here. A few of you actually just left here in the last month. That's fine. I'm still going to keep your names on here because a lot of you donated some good money to support this channel, and I'm always going to be thankful. So if you even donate just a little bit, $6 or $10 a month at least, you'll get your name on here, and I won't be taking it down. So that's a look at what we have going on out there today in the forecast. If you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, of course, let me know in the comment box down below. I truly appreciate any feedback, and at the very least, if you don't want to support on Patreon or you don't want to comment, hit that like button. It helps increase engagement. If you're not subscribed, also subscribe, especially if you're watching this on Facebook. Go to YouTube and subscribe, because that really helps get this video shared out more so there as well. That's all for today, guys. As always, though, thanks for watching. Stay safe and have a great day. All right.